Yeah. Alright, so we've just got back from the brew store, and we've got a whole bunch of ingredients here. Now what we're looking at is, this is our hops that we're going to use. This is the last thing you use. So this is called Citra hops. It's one of my favorites. And now we're going to use Mount Hood in this one too.
What does hops exactly do?
Hops is in addition to being a preservative, it is a bittering agent, and it helps offset some of the malt sweetness of the beer, so it gives it balance as well. And this is LME, that stands for light malt extract. It looks like it's pretty dark through the tub, but it's really, once you dump it into 5 gallons, it lightens itself out pretty good. And this is it says Pilsner because it's a real light color, Pilsner color. 7 pounds, this stuff's gone up a lot in price. What we're doing today is Extrac Brewing, which, this is the Extract. There's another kind of brewing that doesn't use this. It's called all grain brewing. It's because it uses all grains. And here is the roasted barley. This particular kind is called Maris Otter. It's basically a base malt. So this is what if you were doing an all grain batch, you would use like 3 times this amount. But this is where primarily the sugars that you're going to ferment come from, is your base malt. And some of these are specialty malts, they're called. This is roasted barley. We're going to use a little bit of this, but roasted barley used in small amounts won't affect the color of your beer too much, and it'll help give a much clearer product in the end.
That's weird that it's that color and then it make it clear.
Well, when I mean clear, I mean you will have a beer that's not cloudy. It'll help it settle better.
Okay.
This is rye malt. Now it says a lot of these things, if you pre-package like this, it'll tell you what it does. Very dry and spicy taste of beer. It also will impart a reddish color to the beer, which is what we're after because we're making what I call a red IPA. This is a crystal malt. This particular kind is a 15-degree lava bond. This is also crystal malt. This is 120 lava bond.
What's crystal malt mean? What's that? Is that just
crystal malt is just another style. It just adds different characteristics. I think it's more dextrinous, which means it has more unfermentable sugars in it. But this is, you can see, this is a little bit darker than this. The lava bond is basically the measure of the color it'll give off. 15 degrees, it goes down to 0. So this Maris Otter here, this probably has a lava bond rating of in the 2 to 4 range. This you can see is a little bit darker, that's 15, and this you can see it has some blackish to dark brown ones in there, and that's 120. And this roasted barley is probably in the 400 range, so it's quite a variation there. And then the last but not least, yeast. There's so many different styles of yeast, and they all will impart different flavor characteristics in your final product. I'm not going to get into that because I haven't used all of the yeast, but for instance, if you use a German Hefeweizen yeast, that will give a kind of banana flavor to the beer. So.
And you keep that in your fridge?
Yeah, you got to keep it
liquid.
refrigerated, because if it gets up to temperature, it'll start activating itself, and you don't want to start fermenting before you want it to ferment your beer.
Do you ever use like a powdered yeast or any of that stuff? Or
no, I like to use liquid yeast.
Why is that?
Just what I've always done, and that's just kind of set in my ways. The powdered yeast will work just fine though.
Okay. Okay, so that's all the
this is the ingredients.
Ingredients to start.
What we're going to do next is we're going to weigh out our grains for our ingredient list, and we're going to run them through the malt machine.
Okay, this has been Jeremy Clark of Beer Belly Barbecue.
Thank you.